So leo nataka tuongee kuhusu kitu inaitwa impulse buying. So what is impulse buying Cha tuanze hapo. So impulse buying ni tabia ya finding yourself spending on things that you did not plan to buy. Buying something that you did not plan to. Ni ile unaenda supermarket kununua mkate. Ukiingia kwa mlango ya super pale kwa entry, intention yako ilikuwa kununua mkate. But by the time unafika the other end ya exit, unasukuma trolley. So that is what we call impulse buying. Buying things that you did not plan to buy in advance. So that is what I want us to talk about today. And unfortunately, madem ndo wanakuanga sana sana affected na hii tabia. I don't say that wanaume hawakuangi affected na hii tabia, but it majorly affects ladies. Hao ndo wanajipata kwa streets tu wamenunua vitu wako wamepanga such. So they are the main victims of impulse buying. So why does it happen? And for one, I think also the nature of the planning ya vitu vile inakuwa imefanywa it is there to entice people to get into impulse buying. Many at times ni ati utapata super mkate itakuwa imepangwa ile mwisho ingine kwenye unaingilia na kwenye mkate iko two different corners, so that by the time you are getting to that corner utakuwa umeona kitu ingine imekuattract. That might be very intentional, very strategic by the owners of the supermarket na ili tu kujaribu increase their sales. And if you have been following people who talk about personal finance, I'm sure they have talked about things to do with budgeting, and one of the key things to improving your personal finance management, it is having a budget and adhering to it. And you find that when we talk about impulse buying, we are talking about buying things that you did not budget for. So it simply means that when you get yourself a victim of impulse buying, it means that you are not adhering to your budget. So it is one of the things that will work against you. Can be sure of that. And so the main thing that we can do in this video is to try to engage and see how all things of ways that one can use to avoid impulse buying, because we have seen that it comes with some negative effects. So the best thing we can do is to try and think on ways that we can use to avoid impulse buying. And number one way that you can use to avoid impulse buying, it is making a decision out of logic other than emotion. And I think this is one of the reasons why impulse buying affects ladies more than it affects gents, because ladies are more likely to make decisions based on their emotions other than logic, while on the other side, men are highly likely to make decisions based on logic other than emotion. So wasichana ni wale watu, you buy something simply because it looks good. Hujaketi ukajiuliza, is it worth it? Do I need it? Like, you see, that is what we mean by making a decision out of emotions other than logic. So number one way of avoiding impulse buying, before you buy something, ask yourself, what problem is this thing coming to solve in my life? Because anything that you spend on should come to solve some certain problem. So ask yourself, what problem is this thing coming to solve in my life? And try and get an honest answer from within yourself. And if you happen not to be able to answer that question, it means that whatever you wanted to buy, it's not worth your money. I hope that's clear. Ask yourself, what problem is this thing coming to solve in my life? And if you don't get an honest answer from yourself, that thing is not worth it. Don't buy something because uliona na colleague wako kwa kazi. It is the fashion that is currently trading. Use logic to make your decisions. What problem is this thing coming to solve in my life? The other way that you can use to avoid impulse buying. Number two is way of avoiding impulse buying is trying to only have cash that you need. Like I'm sure kuna wale watu wenye tuseme hata wanafanya kazi penye wanalipwa on a monthly basis. They are paid and they go to the ATM or to the bank and get to withdraw all their cash. Wazungukange tu huku nayo. The chances of spending all that money without a plan, it's a very highly likely thing that that can happen to you. So avoid carrying too much cash with you. Kama unajua unaenda sijui itasahau kufanya nini, you know whatever that you are going to do there, how much do you need for that specific errand that you are going to run. Ensure that you only have cash for that, ili hata ukikuwa tempted kununua kitu yenye huko umeplania, utaketi utajiuliza, alafu nikinunua nitafika nyumbani aje such. So try and have cash for only that thing that you need. And kama unaenda supermarket kununua mkate, usibebe 10,000 ati unaenda kununua mkate. Ile pesa iko kwa mfuko itakupea joto na utaanza kununua vitu zingine. So that is the second way. So the third way is don't buy things for the wrong reasons. Don't buy things for the wrong reasons. And one of the things that prompts people to getting into impulse buying, it's simply walking into a supermarket and getting that there are so many things that are on discount. And for your information, huyo mtu wa super haekangi hizo vitu on discount atijua anawapenda. Hapana. That's just a strategic way of increasing their sales. There's this other thing that those who did business studies in high school, there's this topic I think tulikuwa tunasoma that had something to do with sales and promotion or something. And one of the promotion strategies that are used is what we call psychological selling. And psychological selling ni ile unapata. Have you ever asked yourself whether kwa nini kila kitu inatokanga 999, 1999, 2999, 3999? Like ukisikia kitu inatoka 1000 na usikie kitu kingine inatoka 999, utasema ile kitu inatoka 999 ni cheap, but the difference is only one bob. But juini in terms of hiyo utasema haijafika thao na ile ishafika 1000. That is one of the psychological sales promotion method. The other one that now comes to create impulse buying ni ile ya was 200 inakansoliwa now 150. So that is just to show you that the price of that thing has gone down ama kuna discount or such. Yes, many at times tupata kuna discount, but kupata vitu ziko on discount, let not that be the main reason as to why you are buying that thing. You will end up buying things that you don't need. So don't buy things for the wrong reasons. The number four way of not of avoiding impulse buying is not making hasty decisions. Like usione kitu pale pap, hujafikiria ushaamua kununua. Give yourself some time. Tuseme umeona kitu you are in town, hata utajiambia nisiponunua leo sitapata chance ingine ya kukuja town kununua. Take your time, give yourself 2 hours. Tuna assume uko na errands zingine kwanza una run. Go and run the other errands as you think about whatever decision that you wanted to make about whatever you wanted to buy. Hiyo time itakupea time ya kufikiria and argue with yourself whether you can afford it, whether it is necessary, such. If possible, give yourself 2 days, give yourself 3 days, and within that time you'll be able to gauge yourself and discuss within yourself, and you might even come to realize that whatever that you wanted to buy was not necessary. You see, so don't make hasty decisions. Ati umeona kitu pale pap na hadi wewe unakimbia kununua. Give yourself some hours, give yourself some days, and get to have a conversation with yourself. And the other thing is the number 5 way that you can use to avoid impulse buying. It is by avoiding use of credit cards. So credit cards ni hizi cards zenye you pay for things in advance, then utakuja kulipia baadaye. It's simply a loan that you have been advanced. So that card might keep lying to you that you still have a lot of money, you have a lot of money. And you see, using a card inaweza kudanganya niwe unalipa hiyo pesa, but in the back of your mind hukubuki ati hiyo ni loan yenye unachukua, so you are spending money that you don't have. So avoid using credit card. Juu ukiwa na ile credit card kila pahali, it will make you feel like you can afford everything that you see. So it is also a way that you can use to avoid impulse buying. So as much as you can, try and apply those strategies and try to stick to a budget that you have created. And if you are going to go outside your budget, go outside the budget for some reasonable things that you really need, things that you have discussed yourself. Umejiita kama mkutano, ukafika mapema, mkadiscuss, mkabishana, mkaargue points, and the conclusion inakuwa that you need that thing. Otherwise, don't rush to buy things. I like the way men sometimes struggle to buy things, especially vitu kama manguo. Utapata mademu wanasafa sana na impulse buying kifika ni vitu kama nguo. Ukiona tu kitu inakupendeza unakimbia. Well, on the other side, sijui kama ni mimi peke yangu ama pia wanaume wengine wana experiencing hivyo. I think buying clothes is one of the hardest task that we encounter. Unanunuanga na kwa mdomo mara kama 20 before you get to the actual buying. So avoiding impulse buying is one of the personal finance discipline habits that you can adopt, and try to do that